I think he compares me to Anne of Green Gables, and he's more like Matthew Cuthbert, so... Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got Jared with me. As I mentioned a week or two or three ago, I'm going to be doing part 2 of the rapid fire questions tag. Alan did this. He did a part 1, answering the questions himself, and a part 2 with his wife. And so I stole the idea and brought Jared in. I don't think you've actually technically really been on a bookish video.
Just my hand, occasionally.
Just sometimes picking a book when that comes up in the TBR. Yeah. But Jared is the one that has been working on Hey Reader and taking my crazy ideas and actually making them something. And every time I'm like, hey, I've got another idea, then like a day or two later, he's got it live.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Always. When has it not proven to be true? Yeah. Anyway. I think there's 24 questions. I had to go back and watch my video because I had to remember how I answered some of these. But I think you're gonna do well. So here's
well, now the pressure's on.
Here's the deal. I think you'll get like 20 out of 24 right.
And what if I don't?
If you don't, you have to make supper.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess. I don't know the questions, so I'm kind of at a severe disadvantage.
They're pretty easy, actually. Jared is nerdy on all levels, not just book nerdy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do you disagree?
No.
And we talk books quite a bit. There's some of these questions that we've discussed at length before. So.
Even more pressure now.
You better not
maybe
get
we
it wrong.
discussed it, but I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, maybe. We will find out.
I will find out.
Okay. I will look at my questions here. You can't look. Don't cheat. The first one. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to answer the question, your answer, and then you're going to guess my answer.
Okay. Sure.
He's so excited about this.
This is a whole nother level I didn't know was involved. So.
I know. You agreed, though. Okay.
Well, I didn't know all the information.
So that's the joys. Number 1 is ebook or physical book for you?
Physical book. For both of us.
Yeah, I told you he's gonna be way too good at this. Do you want to? Have you even really tried reading an ebook ever?
Just on my phone, and that's too distracting, and it just doesn't feel good. Like it's too bright and too. I haven't tried a Kindle or something. I think that might be
borrow mine.
Okay. Well, I just don't. I'd rather just use a physical book. I like physical books, other than the space they take up.
It looks good though.
Yeah. It does. Just take a lot of space.
Yes, but we're not moving anytime soon, so you don't have to worry about the weight.
No, we're not.
Okay, number 2. So you got 1. You have to keep track of your points.
Okay.
This is another level. Paperback or hardback? So like hardcover or paperback for you?
Hardcover. I would say for you too.
Any reasons why?
It kind of depends. I don't know. Depends on like the thickness, and it's just more about like how well it opens up to actually read, so you're not like constantly having to hold it open when you read it, I think.
Yeah.
Which I think hardback is generally better at that.
Yeah.
But I don't read as many books as you do, so.
So my answer to this had a question mark at the end. I said paperback, question mark. Because right now, like the book I'm reading right now is big and hardcover, and it's bulky. So
what you're saying is you already got one wrong.
You got one wrong.
Yeah.
But that was kind of yeah. Maybe you got like.
But you also didn't know how to answer it.
Yeah.
So
oh, okay.
it's like a half a point.
This is gonna be an easy answer for you. Both ways, I think. Well, at least your answer will be easy. In-store shopping or like.
No, online shopping.
I knew that was gonna be your answer.
Anytime I can just stay at home that's always gonna be the answer for me, and probably for you too. Definitely for you too. Not necessarily actually. For anything but books, you would stay home. But for books, I think you would rather go.
And we're talking about books here.
Yeah.
So that's your
then
final
you would-
answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because, yeah, I like to touch all the books.
Yes. I've been there.
And thrift stores.
Yeah. Which is where you get most of your
Yeah.
books. So.
Yeah, and I knew your answer because, yeah, the more you can stay home, the better. COVID's great.
Has its benefits.
What's wrong way? Trilogy or series?
What's the difference?
Trilogy is just 3 books.
Yeah, well, but series can be a trilogy too.
Well,
So,
well,
yes.
I didn't make these questions.
It's a trick question.
But do you
Is
like...
a series more than 3?
Yes.
Okay, then I would say...
Otherwise it's a duology.
Generally... Okay, then. I would say...
You don't know the terms here.
Generally trilogy. It has to be very good if it's going to be more than 3. And definitely I would say the same for you. I don't think... You generally don't read a lot of books that are more than 3 in like a continuation of a story.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Very
know.
good. It's not cocky at all. Yeah. So you're feeling like Wheel of Time is dragging on a little bit?
Yes.
What book are you on?
For like 3 or 4 books it's dragged on.
Are you on
Book
9, 10?
10, I think.
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm interested in that. Heroes or villains?
Heroes? Is there more to this question?
No,
Those are just
like,
statements.
you-
Those are things.
Yes, you have to pick one.
I would pick heroes. I would assume you would pick heroes, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't understand people that pick villains. Like, no, I want to dislike the bad guy and I want to root for the good guy.
Yeah.
I said, though, I do like heroes when heroes are average people turned hero.
Yeah.
I don't like super amazing people that are
You can
heroes.
do nothing wrong.
Yeah. Psh, that's not
It's
realistic.
too much like your life, eh?
Oh, a book you want everyone to read. That's a really hard question. I really struggled with this one.
I would just pick like what's my current favorite book, I guess. I don't know.
But that's a different, I think that's a different question. Just wait.
Oh.
Let me see. Wait, maybe that's not. No, that's not one, so you can pick that.
I have to look. I haven't read that many books. I feel like don't have a lot to pick from.
Well, that tiny little shelf over there is yours.
Yeah. The one with 7 books on it.
Yep.
But those are 2. I was gonna say like The Way of Kings because the Stormlight Archive is definitely my favorite series, but I don't think it would appeal to everybody, so I would actually pick Starsight or
Ooh.
Skyward.
Skyward is the
Skyward
first
is
one.
the first one because I feel like that one would appeal to a broader audience. I think some people wouldn't, based on the cover and the base on that's because it's like a young adult.
Young adult science fiction.
Yeah, so I think people would be like, oh, that's not for me, but it's actually really well done. So
Yeah, you went the same route I did. Can you guess what book I chose? It's here.
well, that helps.
You can see it.
It's one of these 500 that are on the wall.
I took a bunch of books off of here last week, actually.
I can see. How much time do I have to look then?
You've read it.
It significantly lowers.
I made you read it.
Well, now you're just making me have hints, and it's gonna get even worse. You made me read it. I don't know.
I said Mark of the Raven because I feel like it could appeal to guys or girls. And because a lot of the ladies I know generally like more romancy books, I feel like this is a way to ease them into something that's not just that. That was my pick.
Okay. I haven't been paying attention to I think I got 2 wrong at least.
Yeah,
Maybe 3.
I don't know. We'll tally it at the end.
Sure.
Or I'll do it on the video technology.
Yeah. Well, why are you asking me to pay attention?
Just to confuse you. Oh, it says recommend an underrated book.
I again, I don't read that much.
I had the same problem. I didn't have one because the ones that I read, like if you look on Goodreads, actually have really good ratings. But underrated is different than not well known.
Yeah,
right?
especially
Like,
amongst people that you would recommend books to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I didn't have one for this.
Okay, well that's easy then. I think I count that as a victory.
Oh, the last book you finished. You just finished one.
I just finished
Royal Assassin.
Royal Assassin. Yeah.
Sorry, answered your own question.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which assassin one it was, but yeah, Royal Assassin.
Yeah, they all have that word in them.
Last book you finished.
Wait, how many stars would you give Royal Assassin?
4 out of 7.
4 out of 7? What? I was gonna be shocked at 4 out of 5.
No, not probably like 3 out of 5, which is better than.
In book 1 you would have rated
probably would have
less.
been 2 out of 5.
Ooh, you're a harsh critic.
I don't know. Compared to what?
Yeah, I know.
I guess is my.
Yeah, they were. The book 1 was kind of. 4 out of 7.
It got better.
Okay, what book did I finish last?
Warbreaker?
Yeah, I knew you would know this.
Well, for all I know, you could have read a book last night while I wasn't here, so.
I started one, but I did not finish it. Last book you bought.
I think I bought Oathbringer. Would have been the last one that I bought.
I think I bought that out of my birthday money.
Okay, well I bought it with your money then. Well then it would have been
you bought Inheritance.
Starsight I bought for you.
Oh, you did. That was for my birthday. I
For
think
your
you bought
birthday,
for me.
so.
But you bought Inheritance
Yeah.
from the Aragon series.
Yeah. But that.
You don't buy many books.
No.
I just buy all the books.
I have no idea what the last book you bought was.
Nah.
It came in a box of 10 other books. Probably.
Well, Book Outlet dropped off. A number of them.
Which one was the last one you like? The last one you took out of the box? The last one you put in your shopping cart?
Honestly, I don't even remember which ones came.
So, what was your answer then?
Oh well, this was weeks ago, so that was
so
different.
how am I ever supposed to get that right?
Well, I was gonna go with whatever. Pretty much, you're right. Anyway, you're right. There was a box. I don't know what was
I don't
in
know
it.
any of the titles, so I don't know if you can count that as me being correct.
No, you're not incorrect.
But I'm not correct.
Well, yeah.
You can count that as however you want when you edit the video.
Yeah, I'll have fun with that. The weirdest bookmark you've ever used?
I don't know. Just whatever's handy. I don't think I have anything really weird. I also have no idea what yours would be.
Yeah.
So we don't really have bookmarks. It's usually just.
Well, I use like clothing tags and sometimes bookmarks.
Well, that's
and
what I mean.
Sometimes if I'm like reading and there's a sock on the floor, I'll use that.
That would be the weirdest. I've never seen that before. But.
Yeah, well, or like a shirt if you got a sweater somewhere and you just. I'm gonna come back to it right away anyway. It's not a permanent bookmark. I don't know. Do you? Oh, okay. So there's something yes or no ones, and they're not all in order. But this one's yes or no. Used books.
Yeah. For both of us.
Yeah, that was not even.
I mean, that's not difficult.
No.
Most of our books are used, I would say.
Yeah, a good
well, at least
portion.
they used to be. You've gotten a lot more from Book Outlet.
Yeah.
Probably in the last year or so. But I think
still, it's still
probably,
mostly used.
Yeah.
I don't pay full price for books generally, unless they're amazing. Top 3 favorite genres. Well, I know yours is fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy.
You're pausing.
Well, I'm trying to think how I can make it into 3.
3 subgenres of fantasy.
Yeah. No, like I've read some good science fiction lately. I wouldn't have called that one of my favorites like a year ago, but now there's been a few books that I've really enjoyed. And then I was gonna say historical fiction because I think I would enjoy it, but I don't know the last time I've read a book that was just
Well, nonfiction, like
historical, even nonfiction.
like Unbroken, so that would be.
Yeah, that was a very good book.
But yeah,
So fantasy would be
that's
one
pretty much
for
all you've
sure.
read in the last year.
Yeah. Fantasy and fantasy slash science fiction.
Right. Any
Yeah.
guesses on mine? They've really changed in the last year.
Yeah. I think fantasy would be one of them at this point. I think you like historical fiction. I don't know if that would be in your top 3. And like mystery-ish type.
I said historical fiction with a fantasy twist is like my favorite right now. And yeah, mystery suspense I said, and I think I said fantasy. Let me just check my notes.
I should get 3 points for that.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
we
pretty
could
far
do that.
behind on the other.
We could do that. Okay. Borrow books or buy books?
Buy. Well, borrow from where? Borrow from the library, I guess.
Yeah, or a friend or me.
It depends on how good the book is.
Well, you don't know before you read it.
Borrow first, buy if it's really good.
Thoughts
All
on-
right, for you,
Yeah.
probably similar. I mean, you use the library a lot
I do.
more than you you get more library books than you buy books. At least you used to.
Usually.
I think
Except
it's been a
during
little more
COVID.
difficult in the last half a year plus. But
Hey,
there's a reason the library had like a shelf for your holds and
Yes.
then another shelf for everybody else's holds. So
Yeah, I got a problem. Yeah, I prefer to buy, like, if I'm gonna read a book and it's gonna be a favorite, I want to read my own copy instead of reading the libraries
yeah,
first. But you
don't know if it's
always
going to be a
know.
favorite.
No, you don't.
That's what I said.
Characters or plot?
Both.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one, you're so decisive.
What is a decision? Both. Need both. If I had to pick one, probably characters, which surprises me because I've realized that in the last books that I've read, I just read a few books where I just didn't like anybody, and I was like, I don't want to continue. Even if the story was kind of interesting, I just didn't like any of the people,
Yeah.
and then it was hard to continue.
This is something we've talked about a lot lately, about how much good characters make such a difference.
Yeah.
Because we've been reading so much Sanderson, and he's really
got
good at that.
characters, yeah.
Yep.
So characters for you as well.
Oh yeah, shoot, I just gave that away, didn't I? I think that was obvious, though. I talk about that all the time. Long or short books?
I've read so many long books lately that I don't know. I guess long, because that's
Yeah.
what I've done lately.
You read All Systems Red. I told you to read that one.
A Murderbot Diaries
Yeah.
one? Okay.
That, like,
Yeah, that was
short,
a
super
good
short one.
100 pages or something like that. Yeah,
Like-
which
like
when
all
you
the-
finish like a 1600 page book and then you go to that one, it's
Yeah.
kind of refreshing, but
You've been reading, like, Wheel of Time and Stormlight Archive and
yeah. But I
big
like,
books.
if it's a good book, I want it to be long so you can continue reading it.
Yeah.
So, for you, I would just say long as well. I don't know. But, I mean, you don't read super long ones, so it depends what long is. Like, you read a lot of, like,
500 pages plus, I would say, is long.
okay, then short.
Yeah, you're right. My theory is, because there's so many books. And if
Yeah.
I pick up a long one, then I'm, like, stuck in there for a while. So I like shorter books.
It's not long until it's over 1,000 pages.
Yeah, that's my winter, Stormlight Archive. But I'm not doing Wheel of Time.
I don't recommend it. But now I have to figure out what happens.
How many books are there? 14?
12 or 14, I can't even remember.
Yeah,
14?
no. I
Sounds
can't.
right.
I can't commit to such long books with apparently a slog and
Yeah,
yeah,
I
too many
think it's
characters. Long or short chapters?
Short,
Yeah,
definitely for you too.
yeah. We talk about this one all the time.
More opportunities to stop.
Yeah, and I kind of like it when an author does a cliffhanger every single chapter, and then you just like keep going, and then all of a sudden you're done the book. First 3 books you think of. You don't have to do this for me, but
First 3 books I think of. Tell me to think of something and I can't. So, yeah. I
wow.
mean, the Stormlight Archive ones are
Okay.
up there. Lord of the Rings is still always going to be my again, those are 3 more books. So that's 6 books plus 1 that's on the way. So
Oh man, you're
I'm
just a
going above and
keener,
beyond.
just like high school.
Yeah.
Just like high
Definitely.
school. This guy was so smart, is so smart.
Yeah. And we'll say Skyward, because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed those ones.
Okay. You didn't say Wheel of Time.
I didn't.
Do you want books that make you laugh or make you cry?
Laugh.
I laughed, I cried. It moved me, Bob. Sorry, VeggieTales.
I would say laugh for you as well, generally. Now I feel like I answered incorrectly,
You're trying to read my mind.
but
No,
I would say
it is
generally.
correct. That is correct. If a book can make me cry, it's a good
Obviously,
book.
well done, yeah.
Yeah, and then usually pretty much instantly a 5-star.
But I don't think you prefer to
But I
sit
would-
and read and cry.
No, I would always prefer to laugh. No, thank you. Oh, books set in our world or a fictional world?
Fictional.
Since you read mostly fantasy, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, yeah. For me, fictional. Yeah, for you, I would say real-ish, but not like necessarily real world, but real-ish world.
Real-ish world.
Like fantasy, not really fantasy, but not really
See?
true to life.
He knows me so well. Because, yeah, I think my favorite genre is currently historical fiction with a fantasy twist, or like kind of like suspense with a bit of a supernatural twist. Like, so it's kind of,
It's like fantasy, but it's not like so
Yeah.
out there where everything is different and
other than like Skyward. But, I mean, exceptions. But
yeah.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, see? You're amazing. Audiobooks? Yes or no?
It depends.
That's not yes or no.
Well, yeah, I like audiobooks, but I prefer to read a physical book.
And you don't have situations to listen to audiobooks so much anymore.
No, if I was driving to work right now, I would listen to audiobooks.
Now you work from home.
But right now I like physical books to get away from electronics and stuff and just do something other than look at a screen or have headphones on or something.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and I would say you also prefer to just read, but also like audiobooks for
Yeah.
when you're doing something, driving somewhere or
Yeah.
around the house, something to do that's doesn't take a lot of brain power but needs to get done.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly it. Do you judge a book by its cover?
Yes. It's not always correct, but Wheel of Time? Sometimes, I mean, yeah. That's maybe not a great example because some of the books are...
Well, that Elantris cover that Sanderson won too, that just reminds me of like Fiona from Shrek.
Even Warbreaker doesn't have the greatest cover either.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I like nice looking covers. But I can look past that if
Oh,
I've heard
you're
that
deep.
it's
Yeah.
very deep. Yeah, and you obviously also judge a book by its cover, but it doesn't always stop you from reading the book.
Yes. It might help me make some judgments before I even start, but I will still read an ugly covered book. Yep. Oh, book to movie adaptation or book to TV adaptation?
If it's a good book, I think TV works better because you don't have to cut out as much. But now I can't think of any book to TV that I've read that I've enjoyed, but the idea makes more sense to me because like The Lord of the Rings, it was really well done, the movies, but there was a lot cut out because
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had a multi-year TV
Well, I think about like
format.
you've read Sherlock and they've made that into a TV. Like it's not the same stories, but like
Yeah.
that general idea. I know I actually had a hard time thinking of like what I've read and also watched.
Well, we don't watch much of
Hey, we
anything
watched
either.
Anne of Green Gables this weekend.
Yes, you did. I watched half of it.
Yes, you did. Okay, my answer?
Yeah, your answer? I don't know. We don't watch TV and movies. I would say, no, I don't know. I'm going to guess TV.
Yeah, I said that for the same reasons as you, but I don't really have an example. Now I've read, or yeah, see, I always do this. I read TV. Watched the first Anne of Green Gables movie. Now I want to go watch the Anne series and compare them. Like, I think you can do a lot more with TV.
Yeah.
Okay. A movie or TV show you preferred to the book? And I'm going to tell you right now, I couldn't think when I was answering this question. I couldn't think of an answer. When I was editing, I couldn't think of the answer. And today I remembered my answer.
So I have no hope. I can't think of any for myself.
Like, the book is almost always better.
Yeah.
Except that one situation where it wasn't.
Like, and like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head where I've actually read the book and watched the movie is The Lord of the Rings. And I like the book. I like the books and the movies
Harry Potter.
a lot. Yeah, those movies were terrible.
I know.
I don't understand why everybody likes them. Well, I've only watched like the first
It must be nostalgia because...
one or two, but couldn't handle it after that. Yeah, but like for Lord of the Rings, I like them both a lot.
Well, they did those fairly well.
I think the story in the book is better, but I enjoy watching the movies more than reading the books, maybe, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. Yep, I get it.
But I don't have one where I... What was it? Prefer the
You
movie
prefer the
or
movie.
the TV show.
But we just haven't watched
Yeah.
enough.
And so you have one.
I do.
Is it a movie or TV show that I have watched?
We own it. That really narrows things down.
Oh. And I would say like Secret Garden or Little Princess or something like that.
Yeah, A Little Princess.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? You know me better than I know myself. So I didn't answer this one last time because I totally didn't remember. But A Little Princess, the 1995 version, not the Shirley Temple one. That one I could only get in like 15 minutes in because it was so terrible. But I like the ending of the movie version. Has a sweeter ending than the book. It has better closure. So that is the only time I could think of. And then I think we're on to the last one. Oh, yes. Series or standalones?
Series. I like series.
Mm-hmm.
I think you like standalone.
I like to stand alone.
Generally.
Yes, I do. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna like put up the numbers.
And I'll find out if I failed.
How
I think I failed.
many do you think you got right, like percentage-wise?
80%.
80%. It's kind of tricky because some of them
75.
I didn't really answer, so I'll take those out of the running.
Then 80%.
80%, okay.
The ones that you actually had like a solid answer on.
Okay, not a question mark at the end. Okay, well, there we go. There is our rapid fire. That was almost half an hour.
It's because I talk so much.
I think he compares me to Anne of Green Gables, and he's more like Matthew Cuthbert, so... yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe I will get Jared back here sometime to do something else. To talk, to use up his word limit for the day.
Depends how this goes.
Well, thanks again for watching, guys.